President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the National Resistance Movement presidential candidate, officially kicked off his 2016 campaign trail in the Greater Luwero districts, a region deeply tied to Uganda's liberation struggle. At a packed rally held at Bukalasa Agricultural College grounds, Museveni called on voters to entrust the NRM once again in the upcoming general elections, promising to consolidate development gains and bring the remaining 33% of Ugandans into the money economy.
At independence, only 9% of the homesteads were in the money economy. By 2013, only 32% of the homesteads were in the money economy. That's why I had to bring in the army, Operation Wealth Creation, to distribute seedlings. And recently we introduced this PDM, as you can see. And we have got other programs like Myoga and other government programs. Now, where we are, when they did a census last, 67% of the homesteads are now in the money economy. It was only 33% who were out. But the problem are the 33% of the people who are still outside the money economy. So that's, in this Kisanja, we are going to ensure that all our people go into the money economy.
With confidence, Museveni declared that Uganda's economy is now ready for takeoff. He pointed to the oil sector, improved infrastructure, and industrial expansion as engines of rapid transformation.
The way we are moving now, we are creating more wealth, more wealth, more wealth. Now, the Bugaga is the one which produces jobs. So when we ask about jobs, you saw how many jobs were in the factory there. So therefore, if we implement these programs seriously, we are going to have wealth, jobs, and development.
What remains, he told the cheering crowd, is for Uganda to send the right leaders into power.
Now, if you elect good members of parliament and you elect good LC5s, then they can easily monitor these health centers. But from the center, I will also do everything possible to touch into the health centers.
The president laid out several key pledges. First, he promised to distribute coffee seedlings to farmers across Greater Luwero, deepening agricultural commercialization and boosting exports. Second, he announced a major boost for the Parish Development Model, increasing funding from 100 million shillings per parish to 300 million, with a special focus on raising incomes in both rural and urban households. On the sensitive issue of land, Museveni reassured citizens that government will continue paying landowners to secure tenants' rights, citing ongoing efforts in settlements like Kirima in Nakaseke. He emphasized that no Ugandan should face illegal eviction, calling on leaders to stand firm against land grabbing. Museveni also outlined a broad development agenda for his next term. He pledged to expand Uganda's industrial base by supporting local factories, improve public service delivery with stronger infrastructure, and fully implement free university education. Youth skilling programs, he said, will be intensified to empower artisans and professionals alike.
Ebigambo biri bisatu: obugagga bwa muntu, bwa maka, bwa company. Wealth belongs to an individual, to a home, or to a company. Development, like the roads, the railway, electricity, is for all of us. But the money to build them comes from taxes from wealth. So the more bugaga you create, the more jobs you create, the more taxes you generate. Now, in this Kisanja, therefore, we are going to Kambwara on the issue of people who steal money, because that money is what will create wealth, create jobs, and eventually also support development. Now, the other Bonafu, where we are going to be Bakambwe, is the theft of drugs in hospital, in government centers. The immunization is moving well. That's why we don't have polio anymore. But the problem comes with the treatment, the curative. But these health centers are here in Uganda. They are not in Congo. They are not in South Sudan. So why can't we check these health centers?
On corruption, Museveni urged Ugandans to take a frontline role in exposing misuse of public funds. He warned resident district commissioners and other officials of stricter oversight. The fight against corruption must be people-led, he said, urging communities to monitor programs and report irregularities.
You should use the parish assembly to demand to know what is happening to the PDM money, what is happening to Emyoga. Mwinza okuza omupiira ewange nimumbuuza nti RDC wo akola ki? Awo nange nina kwekuba tooki nembuuza nti ab'emiruko okuba esente z'abazzukulu RDC yali akola ki? Ate n'ediso nawe akola ki?
Ate era waliwo n'eddiso naye akola ki?
N'olwekyo, therefore we all need to check our side. Naye namwe, but also you should check yourselves. Kubanga abali okumpi n'ababbi, the ones who are nearer the thieves are yourselves. Kale tukwata ababbi. Kawefube ogoba ababbi ngabo bwetwagoba omulabe.
Turning to politics, the president criticized the opposition, telling voters not to repeat what he called the mistake of electing leaders who are inactive and anti-involvement. He argued that Luweero had already tested opposition leadership but seen no meaningful results. Museveni credited his NRM government with restoring peace, reviving the economy, countering rebel threats, expanding industries, and strengthening democracy, achievements he said should not be reversed. In a moment of reflection, Museveni paid tribute to the people of Luweero, calling the district the cradle of Uganda's liberation struggle. He reminded residents of the sacrifices they made during the Bush War, urging them to safeguard the peace they bled for. Luweero is the heart of our liberation, he said. Let us now protect these gains and build a stronger future. As the 2026 elections approach, Museveni is framing his campaign around stability, transformation, and service delivery, while positioning the NRM as the vehicle to push Uganda into the middle-income status. From Luweero, the president will continue his campaign trail to Amalata and Dokolo, rallying Ugandans once again back the movement he says has delivered peace and prosperity. This is the story from Luweero, where Museveni has launched his journey toward 2026.